Welcome everyone to this week's PyCon India Volunteers Meet call. This call is will follow PyCon India Code of Conduct. So let's get started. We shared the doc link. Please add your names to the attendees list. And okay. So updates, if you have, just add it to the doc, and we don't. If we need to discuss it, then we will discuss it. Update from my side, we did drop like two mails to demands, and I called the person involved, but the person was not there. There was this lady who said that I'll pass on the message and try to expedite it. I'll push more this coming week. I was also a little occupied with a bunch of things, so I was not able to do that. That was on me. But yeah, we'll try to close it as soon as possible. The venue. Mm, if you have any thoughts on this, otherwise we'll move on to the agenda items. Okay. So one thing from last week was that we were trying to decide a theme, but it seems that like multiple themes are sort of this. So one thing is that one we can still stick to, let's say, a Bangalore specific theme, which is uh, the Bangalore skyline, Vidhan Sauda, and other things around it, and sort of design it in that way. So what I got to know from Sayan is that WebChirpy or any design vendor or website vendor, they only take care of designing the logo and all. So we can give like couple of options to them that these are the couple of things that we are thinking on, and they can give us, let's say, the logo design. So then we can vote on it based on that. So we don't need to decide the entire theme right away. Is that okay with everyone, or if you have any alternate suggestions?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking on the line that like again where this theme will be required. Like I guess mostly website banners or any posters or something. So one suggestion I was thinking is like a dark mode kind of thing. Like again we'll have Bangalore theme, which is like Vidhan Sauda and other logo to be saying okay it's the location is Bangalore, but one of the theme could be like as a developers like dark mode theme so that it could be black and on that theme line. So that was like maybe one of the suggestion.
Okay. So basically, whatever theme, but in dark mode. Is that it?
Yeah, kind of dark mode theme so that like again place will be we can portray it by a number of ways that yes it's happening in Bangalore, and but the color theme like I think in sometime we have red theme or I think purple theme, so it could be a blackish kind of one so that it will portray it as a like maybe dark mode also.
Okay, I think we can give these suggestions to the website vendor, design vendor, and let them get back to with like a couple of logo options to get started with. And let's say if we like the black or dark colored logo and so on, then I think we can go with that.
Yeah, sounds good.
One thing just to remember here is some prints in black might not come out as good as you see it on the screen. So maybe before we do like finalizing it, we just check with someone or something, or even we
Absolutely.
can, yeah, we can create some creatives which are printable and still portray dark mode. But yeah, just a
Also,
thought. Yeah.
yeah, agreed, completely agree. And also, I think dark color on presentation or on screen also it doesn't uh, it's not that clear, right, as compared to. So
Hmm.
even the PPTs or the presentation for talks that we make, we prefer usually to do it in white background and so on.
Yeah. We can still give that suggestion to WebCherpy and see what they come up with.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I mean, just that to get options. uh,
Yeah.
who knows, what if we really love the dark colored one, and then we'll be like, yeah, we'll try to make it work.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that sounds good, then we will proceed with that.
So we can just tell them that so one problem is like most of the assets then need to be like in multicolor. What I understood from just to understand the requirement correctly, so are we planning like to have both modes, like a dark mode as a light mode, or like we just go with the dark mode with, I mean, just one theme that is dark, or do we have a toggle like people can do light mode and dark mode?
On website, it's fine. We can do it, but let's say T-shirt or something, we will have to go with something specific, right? We can't have white and
A
black.
t-shirt is fine, but I think we should even with toggle thing it becomes a bit complicated, because then the assets and all need to be color corrected. I mean, those all things needs to happen. So it depends on how the design is, and then we didn't need to check like how much of a effort that would be. And the other thing is we can have one of them as like for the print. We won't have both, as in, so suppose we have a t-shirt, lighter color t-shirt, then we can go with a darker logo or things like that. But yeah, the other thing is, so I was thinking like maybe because if we do the toggle one, maybe like we can accommodate a few things, like we had the space thing, so we can ask like if it's light mode, then we have Bangalore. When it becomes dark, Bangalore is still there. The skyline of Bangalore and stuff is still there. We can just add a bit of the space thingy in the background. But I don't know how much effort would be. It has to be minimal effort. So yeah, just putting the idea out there.
Yeah, that sounds great actually. But yeah, obviously depending on bandwidth from the design volunteers, I guess. Cool. So let's do that. When we talk to the website vendor, we'll put out these things and see what they come back with. Um, with that, I think let's move on to like website vendor. The issue has been open, but I don't see anybody has commented that much. Should so I think we are going with the WebChirpy only. Anybody has any other thoughts or options? Nope. So okay. So then I got a contact from Sanchit from for a WebChirpy person. I think Sayan is also connected with them. So one of us can have a chat with them and try to put this out. Sayan, any suggestions on how to go about with WebChirpy?
We can directly contact them. We can drop an email. I can do that. I can do the initiation.
Okay, okay. I got Vasant's contact by the way.
I forgot the name of the person, but yeah, I can check.
Okay, yeah. I think email is better. Let's do it on email and then we can take it on from there. So
Yeah, cool.
we'll just put this on Cyan plus any hours. Then yeah, website vendor is final with WebChirpy. So and this is let's say a subtask of that. Okay. Yeah, roadmap and timeline. So if you look at, I think this point was brought in by Dr. Murli. So let's revisit that once he is also on call, so that we can cover his aspect. So let's get this after a while. Logistics vendors. I think. Do we have any suggestions on or rough ideas on estimates? If you has.
I have some idea of. So Vishal shared like a couple of invoices and contact numbers as well. So I have some idea of the cost. Like for the like for no, the food I don't have idea. They just shared the contacts. I have to call them. But they had idli guru for breakfast, so I have, and they shared the invoice for that, so I have idea about that. And then they also shared a quotation from video production people, like recording, editing, and everything. they did not share invoice for people who are supplying AV equipments, essentially camera. So there are two vendors over there. One to record and edit the videos. The other one that rented out all the AV equipments. So I have quotation from one of them and not the others. I have to call them and get them. I can share if needed. Like, is there any place I can put? There is this Google Drive. I can put this there, right?
Yeah. We made a Google sheet in there. No, let's put it down there, and then let's take, let's say, another week, and then try to get some of these quotes in. At least an
Yeah.
approximation we will get, so we can do the budgeting.
Okay. One idea I need is roughly like, let's say for breakfast they said that they only assumed that only 5 to 600 people will have breakfast. So they shared the quotation according to that, and not like full 1,000 people. So do you want to do something like that? And also same thing for T-shirt. Like, are we giving T-shirt to everyone? So like a rough estimate of how many we want to print and everything.
I think yes, we will give T-shirt to everyone. And breakfast, I'm not sure how to do that. I think we hope that everybody shows up for keynote. So 1,200
So
people. Yes, I am.
usually these vendors,
Bhavin.
right? They have like a minimum you decide on. So
Hmm.
let's say we decide on 600, and they can accommodate more most of the cases. If 400 people have breakfast, you will have to pay for 600. And if 700, 800 people have breakfast, you will have to pay for 800. So we can check that. I'm not saying this vendor will also same thing, but yeah,
Right.
we can
Do we
check.
have data of like
I
last at least few years of data of like how many registration and how many showed up on day one, stuff like that? Some ratio kind of.
I think we'll need to get the data from either Vijay or someone from 2014, 2015, right?
Yeah, I remember roughly the first day, like we sold ticket for about like 1,200, I think. But first day, I think around 850 or something showed up, and the next day, I think 600, 700 something showed up. I roughly remember this. I don't remember the exact data. I don't know where that data is as well. Like how we did the RSB like check in and stuff. I don't remember at all. So I don't know where that data is.
We can put in some estimate, let's say 1,000 people on day one, or and like Bhavin
This is
said,
for
if
last year.
no, Bangalore.
No, 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 14, 15. The last time it happened in Bangalore.
Oh, that time we mostly did on sheets. I mean, we printed it out. We did not track that much of data back then.
Right.
We can get last year's data at least for sure.
Even like if we have that, if we get the data for last couple of years, like Hyderabad or Delhi or something, that will also help. Like we'll at least get some idea of how many actually shows up versus how many buys the ticket, so that we can plan accordingly. What was the other thing? Okay, Nimhans we haven't gotten confirmation from yet, so um, I think we have to wait a little to talk to the internet people.
Okay.
Um, what was the other thing? I
Printing banners and posters and all.
banner and stuff. This I'll get because I did this for Barcamp Bangalore last year, so I'll get this quotation. But I need a rough like rough idea of what all we need to print and stuff.
Yeah, I think
Like Sandy's banner, like if we want to put something beside the stage, like what exactly. So I need some rough idea of that so that I can get quotation.
Ananyo here. I think he would know.
Yeah, if we have somebody from who organized like last couple of years, they'll be able to give better idea, like how they tracked all this.
Hmm. Yeah, I think
Hmm.
we will get this data. Just putting down here. And finally, T-shirts. I think, right?
Yeah, T-shirt. I think we have to print like as many tickets we sell. But what would be important is the ratio of sizes. Usually, like larger XL gets like run out like much faster. So If somebody has that data, if last year's or some other organizer, if they have that data, that would be better. Like
Yeah, yeah.
t-shirt cost would be around, I think,
Yeah,
300 per piece or something, roughly. I think I'll get a much clearer idea after I talk to someone. So
Cool.
if we sell, like if we print 1,000 of them, it will be around like what, 3 lakh.
Yeah, somebody was saying something. No.
Shion, I think.
Okay, so we will get some of this data, and then we will have to figure it out. So let's put in a date like this week. We will do this part.
yeah, I was saying that we usually have the numbers.
Distribution. Yeah.
Wait, did we lose Cyan?
Yeah, I think the voice is getting cut off. But yeah, we usually have the numbers basically distribution. So because we will be closing ticketing way before, and then we can estimate some for the very late birds if we don't sell the tickets for them. So we'll do some extra prints on that, I think. And then sponsors, I think we need to provide them also. So accounting them.
All right. Sponsor stuff also. We have to figure out.
Okay, I think that is great. But let's target to close this all by this week so that we can get that by the time we can get started on the logo and all. Uh,
Yeah, I thought I'll be able to call today, but I did not get time. Like I'll try to get like clearer idea by next week.
yeah, yeah, me too. I'm also missing out on that. Okay. Any other thoughts or suggestions on the logistics vendor part topic from anybody?
Actually, Anil, like for the t-shirts, right? Like I last time I met Hari of Confirm, so he have like good contacts and they are kind of have one vendor and quality everything is good. They mentioned, so maybe we can have a word with him.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe Koti, can you let's say work with Vivasta and see which quality we can go with and from costing side.
Yeah, yeah, sure, and
If you
I think we can look into this. This is a parallel job. We can keep look into it, and finalize the vendor a bit later because we need to see the quality of the T-shirt and then how is the printing. A couple of prints. Like last time in Bangalore, I guess. I forgot the name of the vendor, but there is a vendor in Domblur as well. I need to check. It's been so many years that if he's still active or not. But yeah, he used to print very good T-shirts. We did a lot of printing from Printo as well. So yeah, there are a couple of good vendors in Bangalore as well. So we can check with Hasgeek where they print things. So yeah, so something on those lines.
absolutely, I think we don't need to finalize the vendor itself. We just need a rough quote so that we can do the budgeting around it, and that this the finalizing vendor we can take some time because quality and all we need to check very properly.
Yeah, we'll be able to get that. Like I think roughly it will be around 250 to 300 per t-shirt.
Huh,
So
I guess so too.
yeah.
Okay. Then okay, cool. Let's move on to so COC training. I think Sayan, do you know how do we do this for our COC volunteer team, which is I think Minal already has COC training. Nivesh, I'm not sure if he's active. Nabarun has, and Abhishek Mishra, and maybe me. I also need to do right.
I think Navarun helped last year in Hyderabad. I don't know. Like
Uh,
I just attended like heard about.
Nivesh was leading COC work group, so and he did a really good work with that, I think. So,
yeah,
but I think
Vandana also helped him, Nirud. So she also did, I guess. So
okay, yeah. So we have the volunteers list already anyway. We can add any other people from that, but I think for those who didn't have the COC training from I think PNCF, sorry, PSF does it or CNCF does it, right?
PSF funds it, but it's done by Sage from Outreach. So Stage has organization under which the COC training is done, and yeah, PSF funds it. So we need to talk to PSF if they will.
Okay, so the question is basically when do we reach out so that we can be ready by conference?
Right now, I mean, they usually train their people for PyCon US. So during that time, so we can reach out right now,
Okay.
but we need to have a team who are interested.
Yeah, so we have a volunteer list and we can ask again finally everyone else who wants to be part of that. But we have limited slots also, right?
Yes,
Okay. So how many slots do we have? Do we know?
it depends. I mean, it depends because each and every candidate is needs to be. And I mean, the payment is done by PSF.
Uh-huh.
So each and every person, I mean, billed to PSF. So it depends on how many slots are empty for PSF. Each year is different.
Okay, cool. So let's make a list from our side and then maybe one of us can reach out. Sanda, if you know, then maybe you can reach out and see if we can get those slots.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Finally, let's, I think, decide on a broad level roadmap or timeline. We should have done this before, but anyway, we are starting now. So cool. So the idea is that we put down, let's say, broad level things on when do we want to start each of these things, and then yeah, Sayan, your hands is up.
Yes, I was saying that next week, if we can do a couple of meetings before our this Thursday meeting. This is primarily to decide on the budget
Hmm.
and just put the X sheet together for the budget and how the timeline looks. So that you told me that you worked on the GitHub board as well, so
Huh.
that we can work on it, and then there would be much concrete decisions and all we can take. So if we can sit down next week sometime, like 2 days in a row, and work on these two items, timeline
Right.
and budget.
Right. So we will have to sit down separately anyway, but I just wanted to introduce this part. So anybody who is not in there, so we can like you can add more most of the things. So I've added like a couple of things that we need to figure out for sure, like from timeline perspective. Let's say CFP, when does it open, when does it close? CFP talks and workshops, CFP review after that, talks and workshop mentorship, schedule we need to update, then tickets transfers, PyFlames, and Python Express. If you think there is more things, feel free to add to this list, and then we can figure out that timeline, and then I think we will share whoever would like to be in that call, and then we can decide on the exact timeline around it, and this can evolve for let's say 1 week or something, and then we can finalize it. Yeah, I think Dr. Mudli, you want to talk?
Yeah, good evening, Anirudh. With regard to CFP, whether we are going to have the birds of fire and paper presentations, poster presentations on the same line.
Yes, we should
Uh,
have at least.
so, so we can have jointly, we can announce talks, workshops, paper presentation, and birds of fire on the same date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Whatever
Yeah.
junction we will have with the
Mm.
same thing, that will go live together only, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is
That
not
that
this is not a final title, by the way. I just put together whatever was in my mind, so I will not forget. And we will
okay.
obviously you can edit this thing.
Okay.
So if on a broad level, if I miss something, feel free to add it here. I think this board is open for everyone, so it shouldn't be a problem. Anybody can add it. Yeah, Sign wanted to say something.
Yes, the birds of feather and like the paper presentations and all will definitely happen. We have done it in this space before, and but uh, the CFP might open at a different time for those things. I don't. The BOF thing might just happen at the very end because it's a very impromptu. Birds of feathers can happen at the very end because it's a very impromptu thing.
But we can just put it like the CFP for BOF opens at this point and it closes at this point, and then obviously some of the things we will have to manage otherwise. Okay, I think that's about it for the roadmap thing. If you have any suggestions for, let's say, a particular thing, you think you can also add it in, let's say, this one. I have added like some steps in here, here, but these might not be like the concrete things, and we might need to expand on these more. Obviously, just added whatever I thought might be relevant. For tickets, there's like multiple things, right? So basically, early bird, regular, late bird, and so on. PyFlames and Python Express we need to discuss separately, obviously, but we can put down a broad level timeline onto what we think is best. I'll share the link of this board over here on the chat as well, so everybody can take a look. Okay. Any other thoughts on this topic? If not, all good. Let's go back. So I think sign budgeting we will need to do next week, not in this current week because we don't have like the rough quotes of everyone. But timeline we can do this week.
We can start putting numbers from the previous year's sheet and all.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I
So,
mean, suppose we take 1100 attendees
huh.
and put like 250 rupees per t-shirt, and
Huh.
then put web charity at like 80,000. Then things on those lines, and see what total number it looks like.
Yeah,
So give me rough
the
idea.
last year's sheet, I think it's made pretty nicely. We can just like copy the format and start putting rough numbers on it. I can help with that.
Perfect.
For like 2022 or 2021, we made a sheet with a lot of formulas and all. Remember which we made with
2020.
2020? We made a bunch of formula. I mean, change one number, it changes everywhere,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it gives the ticket price and all. So we can definitely use those sheets as well. But yeah, we let's say, I mean, just putting a number would help a bit, and then people who are responsible for whatever team, they can start putting their numbers in that particular item or the line item.
Perfect. We'll get our in-house Excel experts also, so they can write the formulas and what is that, macros, or what is it called? Yeah. Anyway, cool. We need to set up a call someday. This next week. This weekend I am little bit occupied. Weekday is okay with everyone. Some weekday night if it works, or Sunday night maybe we can. We'll see. Cool. So this is it, more or less, from the agenda. What I had open discussion. Somebody has put up finance details. Okay, this is a Google sheet from there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. This is all that I had in the agenda for now. If anybody else has things that they want to discuss, please carry on.
What happened to the venue? I mean, you told that it did not happen. So.
So the venue we dropped, like, so one mail we dropped, and then the other one I got this on the letterhead of this of Afrosh and dropped that also. But they didn't respond for a few days, so I called this person and he was not available. So this lady picked up and she said that she will pass on the message. I have not heard back. It's been like I gave like 2 days for that also, and it's I've not heard back from them. So the next thing is that I'll call again. Maybe that's it. And if they don't respond, then maybe day after tomorrow or something, I can just visit them. Not day after tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll call them again and see what happens. And if not, maybe Monday or Tuesday I'll visit them and see if what's the situation there.
Sure.
I was thinking that they might be on leave because there is this, Republic Day to through the this, right. So a lot of people are on leave this weekend, this week.
Hmm.
So
Understood.
might be going slow there. But we would want to ideally finish up and finalize the venue by this week, hopefully.
Can you drop a tentative minutes of the meeting on the mailing list? What's happening? What's the status? How is it?
Yeah, so I was going to ask that also. Should we also publish this meet link publicly on the mailing list?
Yes, we can. We
Okay.
can share the doc. We can share minutes of the meeting.
And this doc, should we share or should we just copy paste this entire thing? This from here to.
We, we usually keep this public because, anyways, at some point of time, other people would join in, and we usually keep this public. So we can just, I
Right now,
mean,
it is editable to everyone.
Yeah, right now it's open and editable to everyone anyway, but the link is not known by everyone.
yes,
Hmm.
I think it's not required. I mean, you can post in one of the emails, but maybe once in a while you can post this. But I think you can just copy whatever we wrote here and maybe add more because a few points might have less context. So add more
Hmm.
context to it and just send the details. Like we discussed the Nimas one. So what are the things? What are the blockers? What you are planning next week for those things?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Anything else that I missed out on? Another thing, I think we should like start rotating this so that not one person. So we can just do like next call somebody else is, let's say, recording it and going about it. Do you think it's a good idea?
For every month, can we just put four names or actually
Every month or
eight
every
names?
call?
Every sorry, so every for every month, my
Huh?
four calls, next four calls, we schedule for eight people in total.
For 8 people.
Yeah, one will be taking the notes, other will be doing the meeting.
Okay, that sounds good. Any volunteers for February?
Next week, right?
Yeah, next week
We
onwards.
we can we can do it. I mean, let's do it all one at a time and update the doc. But I can take the. I will need to check the dates, but I can take one of them.
Is there a particular name that is supposed to be called call runner, or what do we call this? Note taker,
Um,
Host or
moderator,
chair.
moderator,
moderator.
no,
That's the name.
call moderator and note taker, maybe.
Meeting chair as well, right? Some people.
Meeting chair. That's a nice name. We'll call this meeting chair.
And meeting chair and meeting co-chair.
No, no, note. Acha, no,
That's a very good name for a dating app.
meeting co-chair. So let's say this is for notes. Okay, so next one who is taking Sayanda.
Mm. Next one is 1 to 8. Right. I can take it.
Okay, who wants to be the co-chair? Bhavin,
I'll
Farhan.
probably do it next to next week or maybe from
I
Monday.
I can I can take the co-chair.
Okay, cool. So whoever is taking up, then it's their let's say meeting chair or meeting co-chair, one of them will have to send it to the mailing list, right?
Yes.
Okay. So okay.
Uh, Anirudh, one suggestion.
Yeah.
The editing can be restricted with the core team, and when you send the mailing list, we can send only the minutes of the meeting, because we cannot make everybody to edit the.
No, there's no problem in that. We have, so in PyCon India, we usually keep everything open.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing to hide from the community.
Yeah. We can actually look into, like, if somebody is doing, we have the history somewhere, right?
You can just revert that.
Yeah.
Uh, because last season that we made it restricted for editing only for the core team, and everybody can see the minutes. That's
No, the problem then becomes is every time some new person joins in,
mm,
because the core team, so even the volunteers and all you can edit. So it becomes a problem for them to access and all. Like we have to give
mm.
them access. So this document, at least we can keep it public.
Well, we can make the document public, but
No, I think even typing. So we write the who are joining, right? So
uh,
or people who want to have discussion on the open floor or
mm,
give updates in place of someone else. Those things they cannot write, so that becomes a problem. And in so in PyCon India, we try to be, as I told, like we try to be open, keep it everything accessible so people can just join in, put their thoughts, and if anything is edited, we have the history log for the document. So nothing has happened. I mean, we started this document thing in 2020. We did it in 2021. Kept everything public, so nothing happened.
If it becomes like a
And
really
we,
big problem, then we can figure out then. But I think till then,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
trust everyone. Yeah.
yeah.
okay.
I
We'll
mean,
see
it
if
all
it
depends on
becomes.
if we face issues, then we do things because this is also like this system what we took from CNCF only, the Kubernetes meetings. They also never had problems, and I think we won't have. But if we have, then we can always resort. If there's a spam or something, we can always resort to blocking it. And
Yeah.
Okay. Good, good.
Mm.
Just as a safety mechanism, maybe just after every meeting, we can download a PDF of the document. Just keep it for the
Mm,
record.
yeah,
can do that.
yeah.
So these all things we do we want to add it to the start adding to uh, what was the top
Navi-
navigator.
navigator.
Sand
I
forgot the
I
name
think
of
we are still
it.
pending on updating the navigator, so that is still
Yeah,
pending.
I was about to start. Like, I wanted to talk about it, but yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So right now it is deployed on our machine, I guess, which becomes a problem to preview whatever I have written, sort of. I mean, I can do it locally, but in general, even after merging, I'll have to ping someone, that person will update it, and then it will be available. So I was thinking we can just set up some GitHub pages for now, and whatever we merge, it will be available immediately.
I think we'll have to connect with the tech team or the tech volunteer group,
Uh,
but it
so
can be done by GitHub Actions or something. Sorry, go on.
Hmm.
we can do something like this, right? I mean, we set up a CI, and then as soon as the thing is deployed, we get a temporary URL for it. I mean, you can update the PR. It will keep giving you the preview.
Mm.
It's marked down, so I don't, and it's mostly text based. So at the most, it would have some formatting issues.
Yeah. No,
So
it's just that you want to see it, right? Nothing else.
Yeah,
so you
Or
mean
or even after
locally?
merging, right? Even after
Locally?
merging. Locally, I can do obviously, but even after merging,
Yeah.
I'll still have to ping someone and get it
Okay,
deployed.
yeah,
So
right. So
that was the
what
answer.
we can do there is we can try to like I'll then talk with who is doing the tech this time.
Priyanshu, Vamsi, and Bharat.
Okay. I'll then talk with them and see if we can move it to GitHub pages.
But I think the deployment part and all, I think Navarun is still doing. So
Yeah, me and Navarun can just sit on a call and migrate it to GitHub pages so that as soon as
yeah,
it.
Yeah, I think even I can do it, but let me first start updating whatever I wanted to write, and
Yeah,
then I
I
can
think
do the GitHub pages.
the the only reason for not doing GitHub pages is
Hmm.
uh, because this is the same link we paste, send it to. It looks like a document. I mean, we can definitely do on GitHub pages. Sorry,
Hmm.
GitHub wiki.
Hmm.
But we don't. I mean, basically the presentation part of it. Uh,
Yeah, understood. Wiki, yeah, I understood what you're saying.
but pages, let's see. We can all set you, me, Navarun can sit and see about the migrating to GitHub pages and also include Vamsi, Priyanshu, Bharat.
putting this on Bhavin for now. Maybe Bhavin can
Yeah,
read.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, Bhavin, one question: how difficult is the setup? The first setup. I mean, I did it. I actually wrote the initial draft of
Hmm.
Navigator before 2020. But I know I might have the setup. But given you are doing the setup right now, how difficult is the setup? You just
I
install.
I haven't tried yet.
So
So
maybe we can make a container, and I was thinking like make a
yes,
container one liner. People paste it, and it builds inside and gives
yeah,
you whatever you need. I mean, a
yeah, web
server.
server or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a try over this weekend, and let's see. I think last year, I don't remember. It was 2020 or 21. That
Uh,
time I don't remember running it locally. I just sent pull requests and we deployed it.
hmm.
Yeah, 1 year. I mean, I guess the first year it started from my udocode.in/navigator, and
Hmm.
then very almost towards the end of the conference, we migrated it to PyCon India.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
it's still manually deployed, so we need to automate it
Yeah.
because we
My
need
my thought
configuration.
was this being our documentation thing, it doesn't have to be under in.pycon.org, right? I mean, it's good to have it, but it doesn't have to be. So it can
We
be
can,
on GitHub
yeah,
pages
right.
as a
Maybe we can do to read the docs as well. If we can read the docs,
That's yes, that's also one option. Let's see. Yeah, I think the content and template and structure and all is more important. So yeah,
Read the docs UI is like we can use Git
yeah,
book
you
and
can
stuff.
use themes, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we still use the Furo theme, which is I mean, the current theme is written by Pradyun, so
Ah,
and built on Sting. So I guess we can still integrate it. It will just pick up that theme. So I need to check that. But if we
Hmm.
are having issues, I mean, putting a lot of effort to set up the GitHub pages, doing all the CNAME works and all. If there are issues, then we can definitely just use read the doc. It just works.
Yeah.
okay. Then let's do that. And update. I think we still need to update the different work groups separately, like the details around that, which is pending. Okay. Anything else that anybody wants to bring up, discuss that either you might have missed or you want to talk about something?
So have you started like posting a call for volunteers as of yet or not yet?
We posted once, no, on the mailing list.
Mailing list, right?
No, did we? Did we post? I th-
I only talk on the bank cycles.
yeah, I think we posted on the mailing list once, and then Bankpipers Twitter we posted. we didn't get access to
I think
the.
we posted on the mailing list.
Yeah, we posted on mailing
I
list.
think we posted on the mailing list.
I only posted, I think.
And nobody replied, but yeah.
No, no, some people did fill up the form. If you see that form, some people did fill up. We
I
got
think
In
like
that
Vibhasra,
case,
it was also the action where people go and fill the form, so they don't not necessarily reply to the email there.
Yeah, yeah, got it. Yes,
yeah,
mailing list has been a bit quiet anyway.
Hmm. Nobody posts anyway.
Yeah, we should like start posting there more frequently.
Yeah.
yeah,
I hate
that's why I tend
hate
to post the status.
I hate how all the conversation has moved away from the mailing list. To be honest,
Ye- Yeah. I mean, it's more like instant messages have taken place there. But yeah,
yeah,
we
Yeah.
should do more of mailing lists too.
yeah, we got some 52 submissions in that form so far.
Oh,
But I don't know if how many people have been reached out to from that list. Pratik will be able to tell about that. I think there will be more need for volunteers soon, so we'll keep that
I'll
anyway.
talk about it in next
should
PyCon
send a
India
mail out
meetup.
to all of them asking them to join Zulip and maybe join the next call.
I think Pratik is doing that, but I'm not sure how often. So we will need to take an update from him once he's up. Um,
Should we post that on meetup groups, like all different mailing lists?
yeah, if we can, we should. So I mean, I did ask if somebody. So let's say Bhavin, you can post it on Python Pune's um, uh,
Yes.
group, right? And
Yeah.
I think Nikhil is there, so he can push it on PyDelhi. Ananya or whoever is most active on Hyderabad Pi can post it. Chennai, I think, yeah, and other mailing lists. I think now.
We can do one thing is like every week after the call is over, we can send like a minute of meeting kind of thingy to the mailing list, just so people know, and if somebody wants to like get involved, they can.
Hmm.
No, so we were talking about meetup mailing lists, like other groups, meetup groups.
Meetup as in meetup.com.
As in meetup groups. It could be on meetup.com or somewhere
Oh,
else.
you mean the CT chapters?
Yeah, the local chapters, and they will. Yeah.
No, that is fine. Like I'm just saying, like that is separate. But every week, like after the meet call is done, we can send like a small gist now to the in PyCon mailing list, just so
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
Otherwise,
That's
like
what we
it's
Huh.
completely
that's what
blind,
we
you know.
agreed upon, I guess. So I think that's
Can we
what we
put
discussed, right? Yeah.
can we put it in LinkedIn?
Yes, we can. But do we have a like a page on LinkedIn, or did you mean like from our personal accounts?
We have we can do it in our personal page, or we can create a PyCon India page, and then we can.
Python India has a LinkedIn.
PyCon India have LinkedIn account and
Python,
Okay, okay.
so we have Python India, LinkedIn, Facebook, uh, Instagram. We can use the Instagram also. Can create a reel.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I mentioned, I mean, because we have been post, we will start. I mean, from this week posting that MOM per week, so that people know what's happening, what are the blockers, and maybe at the end of it, we always can write like we need more volunteers. This is the link.
Hmm.
Fill the form if you want to volunteer.
Huh, footnotes, right?
Yeah.
If you want to join here, this is and all that.
Or
Now that
maybe
I, yeah,
so
sorry.
few ideas. I mean, I'll be writing down right these things on the doc right now. Uh,
It should go in action item. Sorry.
I'll write down.
Yeah,
Go on.
another thing is like every 15 days you can just write what's happening within the community on make a small image and post it on social media so that we have some noise again.
Yeah, now that I realize, I think this is where also we are lacking is that we don't have volunteers in the outreach and communication or social media work group. We only have like one confirmed, which is Himani. Amrita, I think, is not confirmed. And we need more people in the social media. So I'll talk with Pratik and see if we can get more people in social media. Okay. Anything else? We have 3 minutes left for this call.
Do we have anyone on social media side? Like, or is it zero?
Ritesh, are you there?
Yeah, we have one. Himani is here, so
Can we ask her to be active and start posting this week onwards?
sure.
Okay, and let's say we can just do it on the Zolep only. There is a we don't have a communication work group there.
Uh, Sorry, Anil, like, did we get the credentials?
Credentials we have with Ananyo and Nabarun. So Ananyo has all the credentials.
Okay,
So whoever is in the social media, they can just reach out to them and get it.
okay, yeah.
They will have a list of things that a list of people who have access so that they can maintain it. So Ananya and Nabarun, if anybody needs access from for anything, reach out to them and get it. Okay. Yeah, if anybody else has interest in joining a social media team, feel free to. I think there will be a lot of communication stuff that we need to get out and regularly.
Who did last year?
Um,
Amrita, Bhushan and Amrita.
Bhushan and Amrita.
Okay.
Bhushan is busy this year, right?
Yeah, yes, Anirudh.
Okay.
Mm.
Did we check with Amrita?
I'll
Is she
talk with one person. I will talk with one person. I have one person I'll talk to.
Ryan?
Ryan, Ryan will leave India probably if I tell you. Social media.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this is it for then this meeting. We are on time. Officially closing this. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you on the next call. So